Marco, a young boy, often ignores the advice of his parents. He doesn't believe in their rules and often does things his own way. "I don't need to listen to you," he says, arguing with his parents about a mistake he made. One day, he makes a big mistake, failing a school project, and his parents scold him. Feeling angry and upset, Marco decides to leave home. "I can handle things on my own," he mutters, packing a small bag. Quietly, he slips out of the house without anyone noticing. As he walks down the dimly lit street, the house behind him remains silent, his parents unaware of his departure or where his journey will lead him. As Marco continues wandering the streets, he begins to notice other children living in far worse conditions. He sees beggar children huddled together for warmth, their clothes torn and faces pale with hunger. One small child approaches Marco, holding out a hand and whispering, "Hey, do you have foods?" Marco looks into the child's pleading eyes and feels a pang of guilt and sadness. Marco realizes how fortunate he has been compared to these children. He watches as a group of children rummage through a trash bin for scraps, their laughter faint but hollow. Marco clutches his small bag and sits on a curb, overwhelmed by the reality of what life could be like without a loving family. As Marco walks through the streets, he begins to feel the harsh reality of life away from home. He has no money, no food, and nowhere to stay. One night, he meets an old woodcarver with magical powers. The old man says, "You won't find what you need by being stubborn, child." Sometimes, the lessons of parents have deeper meanings. The old man offers Marco a magical vision of his future. Using his magic, he shows Marco how difficult life can be without family and guidance. The vision reveals how lonely and hard it can be when a person has no one to care for them. The old man shows Marco how worried his parents are for him and how empty his life might be if he continues to run away. As Marco walks through this magical vision, he suddenly feels a deep ache in his heart. He sees his parents, worried and searching for him. Realizing how much they care for him, Marco feels regret and he wakes from the vision. Overwhelmed by what he has seen, Marco reflects on the magical vision and the struggles of the children he's encountered. He decides it's time to return home, apologize to his parents, and appreciate the blessings he has taken for granted. When Marco returns home, his parents are relieved but worried. He had been gone for days, and even the whole neighborhood had been looking for him. When they see him, his mother hugs him tightly, saying, "Marco, you don't know how much we've worried. Your safety and happiness mean everything to us." Marco apologizes and promises to be more respectful and follow their advice. As a token of Marco's change, the old woodcarver gives him a magical amulet that allows him to see dreams and glimpses of the future. The amulet symbolizes the lessons Marco has learned, that parents and family are the most valuable treasures we have. From then on, Marco became a more loving and obedient son, always cherishing his family and the lessons they taught him. From that day on, Marco learned to appreciate the value of family and began to listen to his parents' advice. He no longer ran away, but worked hard at school and respected the rules of his home. His life became brighter and happier, filled with the love and guidance of his family. This story teaches children the importance of respecting and listening to their parents, recognizing the value of family, and learning from both hardships and love. It shows that no matter how rebellious we may feel, family always has our best interests at heart, and their guidance is what helps us grow into better individuals. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to our channel for more amazing stories.